Hey everybody, welcome back to Mixing Music Analog and mixingmusicanalog.com, and here on the YouTube channel. In this time out, we're going to take a look and a listen to another 500 series EQ module by BAE. This is called the EQL73, or the 73 EQL. This is their take on the famous 1073. We're going to listen to it on some kick, on some snare, and maybe on some acoustic guitar. Check out how this BAE 500 series EQ sounds. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell, and also go out to mixingmusicanalog.com if you want to check out what I have going on over there, including my 2 hybrid mixing courses, mixing hybrid acoustic rock, mixing hybrid pop rock. Check those out today. So before we get started, full disclosure, my good buddies at Sweetwater sent me these BAE modules so I could bring this review to you, but they don't see the video before it goes live. You know the whole deal, blah, 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 blah. Uncle Dave's going to tell you how it sounds. It already sounds great. It's a Neve. It's going to sound good, but I want you to listen to see how it sounds. So thank you so much, Sweetwater, for sending these to me. I have to send these back. I do not get to keep them, just so you know. So what do we have going on? I don't know. Let's check it out. Okay, so what we have going on here in Studio One, I got some raw recorded drums. We're coming all the way down here to the console on the first 16 channels. There is no EQ. There is no compression. There is no high cut filters, low pass filters, nothing. Just raw, great sounding acoustic drums. So we have, if you want to look at the top here, we have a kick in, a kick out, snare top and bottom, hats, a rack, tom, a floor, tom, a ride, overhead left, right, close rooms, left, right, mid rooms, left, right, far rooms, left, right. Here's kind of what we're dealing with as far as the raw drums go. We'll play them all back here, and then we'll take a listen to this 1073. So here's just the raw drums on their own, with just a quick little pan and balance. No mixing per se. Here we go. Sounds pretty good, right? Just sounds good on its own. Great recorded drums like that. Isn't hard to mix. So anyway, I want to listen to this 1073 on kick and snare. So what I did is I inserted the 1073 on track 1 here, which is the kick in mic. Let's insert that, and let's go over to the 1073. Let's dial in a little bit of a kick. I'm going to add a little bit of 60, maybe a little bit of 8K, just so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. And then I'll come back over the console and take it in and out, because on the 73 EQL, there is no bypass on the actual EQ itself. So let's go over there and let's take a look and a listen. Here we go. It'll be on the first module. There are 2 of them. I have a pair of them. It'll be on the first one to the left here. I'll point it out when we get there. Here we go. So, I mean, sounds great, right? I mean, a little bit of 60, about 6 dB or so, quite a bit of 8K there. What I like about this is the frequencies. It's a stepped EQ module, which is what a Neve is. And the frequency points that are picked out there are great. So a little 60, a little 8K, and all of a sudden you got a kick-in mic that sounds nice and thick on the bottom with a little bit of slap on the top, and you can dial it into taste. Now, let's listen to the snare. So I have a snare top here. I'm going to just solo that up. We'll do the same thing. I'll put the insert in here. Let's go over to the second module and let's dial in a little bit of a snare sound, and then we'll listen to kick snare together, and I'll take away the EQ so you can get a feel for how the kick and snare together with the two EQs sound. Here we go. Doesn't take much to dial in a snare top. So I'm adding quite a bit of 8K again and a little bit at 110 just to bring in a little bit of beef there with a low cut filter at 70 Hertz. Now let's listen to kick and snare together, and then I'll just take them in and out. You'll hear the difference. Here's with both of the inserts in, the EQs are in, and I'll take them away and I'll put them back. Here we go. So it's got that Neve sound. Sounds great. I mean, what can you say about that? So now in context with the rest of the drums, let me bring the rest of the drums in, and then I'll take away that insert on the kick and the snare so the EQ goes away so you can hear it in the context with the whole kit. So here we go. Here's that whole kit again. Again, there's no other EQ on the rest of the drum kit. This is just on the kick and the snare. Here we go. I just like the way Neve has that kind of aggression on the top end. It opens up really nice. You get a little bit more crack on the snare, a lot more thickness on the bottom end. I could probably even dial in some more high end on that snare top. Let's try that. Sounds great. I mean, what can you say, right? BAE makes the closest thing to the real Neve as humanly possible. They sound fantastic. I love these on kick and snare. Love them on kick and snare. And on that 8K, I got it boosted up all the way. I don't know how many dB that is, but it's cranked all the way. It sounds great. Doesn't sound brittle. Doesn't sound thin in any way, shape, or form. It's got big transformers in there. Thing just sounds awesome. So now with the magic of TV, let me pause here. I have acoustic guitar I brought down to one of the faders as well. I want to listen to it on an acoustic and see how that sounds. So give me a second and we will bring up our acoustic guitar. Okay, we're back. So now I have just an acoustic guitar strummed, nice, clean, recorded acoustic coming down here on channel 17. Again, I got the BAE on an insert point here. We're going to go over, we're going to look at the second module, not the first one. I'll point to it. We're going to dial in a little bit of an acoustic sound and see what we got there. Here we go. So, I mean, that just sounds great. Takes all that mid-range woofiness out. We added about 4 dB or so at 12K. Took a tiny bit out at 500, and actually added a little bit at 100 in just to give it a little more body because it's playing in solo here. Again, I'll start with it out and I'll bring it in. You can hear what the BAE 73 EQL is doing. It's a remarkable difference. Now, what I will say about the BAE and the Neve style in general sounds way different than the SSL, which is what I like. I mean, I have 32 channels here of SSL EQ, but I love having a couple extra pairs of different styles of EQ in my 500 rack because it gives you different flavors. So if you're looking for that Neve sound, that's the Neve sound right there. That's exactly what it sounds like, which is totally different from the API kind of a sound, and it's totally different from like the SSL kind of a sound. Neve, in this particular case, again, when you open up that top end, it just sounds nice and aggressive, but not brittle. It just sounds, it doesn't sound too pretty on the top end, but it just sounds open and present, and it doesn't get muddy or brittle at all on the low end, which sounds really great. So if you're looking for an EQ, a Neve style EQ, the BAE is a great choice. And again, you can pick them up at Sweetwater. I'll leave the link in the description box below. That is an affiliate link. So thank you so much in advance for checking that out. So I want to thank you, my good friends at Sweetwater, once again, for letting me borrow these. I really, really like them. I might actually buy them because I don't have a set of Neve EQs and I really kind of dig them. So you may see them sticking around in the rack. I don't know. I'm going to talk to my friends at Sweetwater, but as of right now, they have to go back. So once again, thank you so much for checking me out here, Mixing Music Analog. Leave some comments below. Let me know if you use any other BAE products. We've looked at some of their other modules in some past videos. I'll link those in the description box as well. They make some really, really great products. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until the next time, I've been Dave with Mixing Music Analog and mixingmusicanalog.com. Thank you so much for watching me today, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next video.